Ladakh, the largest mountain desert landscape in the world, is not just the abode of the gods. It's also home to the Himalayas, the largest and most spectacular mountain range in the world. And there is no better way to explore this region than on a motorcycle. Make that a Royal Enfield.
This is the Royal Enfield Himalayan Odyssey 2008. For those of you who are curious, we're starting our story off from Leh, where you've seen 55 of these riders on their Royal Enfield starting off on the ride up to Khardungla, which is the world's highest motorable pass. We're going to try and conquer that today. But our story actually starts from the top of Khardungla, where we're going to see how many of those riders actually make it back home safely. This is the test that sees and separates the men from the boys.
The rider to reach the top first treats everybody in the evening.
The road up to Khardungla is no longer what it used to be. This mighty pass is now a must-see on the list of every traveller to Ladakh. Moreover, because of heavy troop movement in this area, the Border Roads Organization has laid down metal roads, so the ride is relatively smooth, which also lets you maintain a good pace uphill. And it's only as you get very close to Khardungla that you encounter a few rough patches of broken tarmac.
This is day one and I'm booked. I'm totally done in. Right now I'm at the lowest point in stamina and my energy. It's only because I started the ride from Leh, coming directly to an altitude of 14,000 plus. I started riding up to 18 and that's tough. But I'm gonna go on. This is Khardungla. It's the world's highest motorable road at 18,380 feet. And we've just ridden about here in the most exciting and very, very challenging ride. But the altitude's getting to us, we're getting breathless, dizziness is creeping in, and we're gonna ride back to low altitudes. You guys enjoy the view. We're gonna prepare to ride back.
Despite the locals advising us not to stay at this altitude for more than a few minutes, we spent close to an hour cheering our accomplishment. Right down from Khardungla is where you realize that staying up at those altitudes can tax your energy heavily. The air has absolutely no moisture and there is little oxygen, so you either get dehydrated or your lungs suffer from oxygen starvation. It's It's a nasty situation to be in, but nothing that a little relaxation can take care of.
Time to get back on the road, yo.
Oh, I just stopped to take a break. A quick 40 rings. Energy nap. Call it what you want. That's it.
In the midst of this expanse and magnificence, you understand just how small you are. A speck dotted against a backdrop that is just as majestic as it is savage and hostile.
We're leaving behind the city of Leh and we are going to be heading towards Sokar, which is a beautiful lake set in the midst of the Moreh Plains. Along the way, we're going to cross the Tanglangla Pass, which is another arduous trek up to about 17,000 feet. It's going to be an interesting and exciting day.
We are on the highway that connects Leh to Manali. This is by far the most incredible road any traveler could have traveled on. You often hear about the journey being more important than the destination. This highway is that journey. From Leh to Tanglangla, the road is a silky smooth palette filled with intense colors and hues.
This is Sokar, and from the look of it, we seem to be miles away from civilization. We're slam bang in the middle of nowhere. And this place is so incredibly beautiful. Words can hardly describe just how amazing this landscape is. And what you can see in the background of those tents, and that's where we're going to be spending tonight. And that holds promise of a lot of adventure. But before we head out and crash down for tonight, I've heard there's some very beautiful landmarks out here. In fact, down in that direction there's a beautiful lake, and we're going to check that out right now. So let's head out over there.
So, in the local language means lake, and Sokar is one of the largest saltwater lakes in the world to be found at this altitude. It's spectacular for the sense of peace and tranquility it offers. Staring at the waves lick the shore, or the clouds kiss the tips of the mountains, eases the passage of time in this harsh environment.